Cindy Bertram. Thanks for joining me today on Good Ship Happens. And yes, it's been a little bit chilly here, or as my friend from Great Britain says, he'll say it's too bloody cold here. But yes, it's been a little cold, but once again, we're getting close to Christmas and holidays too, which is great too. So that's good too. And funny thing is, people right now, they have a lot of ugly sweater parties. I went to one Wednesday night. I couldn't find an ugly sweater. I just wore red stuff. That's fine too. So, but there's some cute ugly sweaters out there too. But anyway, with the holidays coming up too, it's great, I think, to think about maybe trying to do a cruise. Maybe next year, cruise at the sale over Christmas holiday time are sold out. But think about that next year. I mean, it'd be a great way to really celebrate the holidays together with your friends and family too. It's really great. And I had a chance to do a Thanksgiving cruise. It came up accidentally, but it was great because, like I said, the cuisine, they had a special Thanksgiving Day dinner for us, which is great. I didn't have to cook. It was wonderful, but just wonderful thing about that stuff too. And once again, it's another way to really kind of pull together your family and friends too to do something special too. So keep in mind too. And something else that's kind of fun too is next year, the United States of America has a special anniversary. Okay, birthday actually, 250 years. Okay, and what they're doing is, I know that Carnival Cruise Line mentioned they're going to help light up the San Diego Bay for America's 250th birthday, right? A birthday for the United States of America, 250 years birthday. And what they're doing is, Carnival Cruise Line is actually partnered with the Port of San Diego as the official cruise line sponsor for the largest 4th of July fireworks display on the West Coast, okay? And they just announced this yesterday, or the day before. But like I said, Carnival Cruise Line is best known as America's Cruise Line. They run 53 years, and they are the official cruise line sponsor for the Port of San Diego's Big Bay Boom, the largest 4th of July fireworks show on the West Coast. And guests are sailing over the holiday on the Carnival Radiance, the Carnival Firenze, and the Carnival Luminosa. And they're going to be actually getting a guest row front seat. How fun is that? Guest row front seat on a ship, right? The ships will be anchored in the Pacific Ocean near San Diego Bay to really see the spectacular show to celebrate America's 250th birthday too. And it's really great too. And as far as Carnival, as mentioned, they've got a major presence at the event and also lead the countdown to the kickoff show with a brand featuring through all their programming and celebrations too. And Carnival's also getting support from community promotions leading up to the holiday. Also collaborate with the Port of San Diego on special moments honoring the active duty service members too. It's great too. And Christine Duffy, who's the president of Carnival Cruise Line, said, "We're honored to be part of such a historic milestone, an iconic event in San Diego. And being the exclusive cruise line sponsor for the Big Bay Boom," I love that, Big Bay Boom, gives us meaningful ways to celebrate our connection to this community, to our military families, and to the patriotic spirit that really defines the 4th of July too. And as mentioned, the sponsorship really complements Carnival's recent announcement that sailings will take place, synchronized patriotic celebrations at sea for America's 250th birthday. On July 4th, of course, 7 ships will be sailing from East Coast home ports and will meet up near Celebration Key, that's their private island, for a unique celebration at sea. In addition to these 3 ships, of course, anchored on the West Coast and the Big Bay Boom, okay? So the Big Bay Boom is going to be the celebration for America's 250th birthday, which is great too. And they're going to do different meetups. Each ship's going to actually have a patriotic birthday-themed deck parties, okay, featuring special entertainment and food and drink offerings. And when the 3 Carnival ships are home ported in Long Beach, they'll offering the largest cruise operation on the West Coast too, which is great too. Millions of Southern California residents are sure to drive to Carnival's diverse cruises, vacation offerings too. That's really great too. Once again, Danielle Moore, who's the chair of the Port of San Diego Board of Commissioners, mentioned we're thrilled to collaborate with the Carnival Cruise Line for the next big Bay Boom program and festivities too. And along with Carnival, their cruise ship guests, local community, and thousands of visitors too. We look forward to really enjoying another spectacular fireworks show and also a memorial experience of Independence Day celebration across San Diego Bay too. So keep in mind that too. So it's going to be taking place, of course, next year, and it's going to be a way to really kind of celebrate America's 250th birthday too. So keep in mind too. Great way to kind of think about that too. I love how they're doing the name Big Bay Boom. How great is it? Really exciting too. Something else too is got new ships coming out too, and so it came up too recently was actually with the Embassy Cruises. What they're doing is, they've got new ships coming out, and I was on the christening of the Embassy World America back in spring. It was wonderful, beautiful. And what they're doing is they got another mega ship coming to Florida, and they're going to bring their ship called the Embassy World Atlantic to sail out of Port Canaveral in late 2027. And this is going to be a 6,758 guest passenger vessel ship that really complements the elements that they have their predecessors, like the Embassy World America, which I went on board for Cruising Cruise is Beautiful, launched this year. And like I said, what they're doing is they've got very similar terms as far as positioning their European style and American comfort too, and it works so well with the American market too. And so, as far as the World Atlantic, they're actually going to be opening for bookings December 10th. They just opened it for bookings. Okay, the ship's not coming out until 2027, but they're opening books right now, which is great too. And what's great too is it's so exciting to be on a christening cruise. I love them. I really do. It's just amazing. They bring smiles on my face, the energy. But with the Embassy World America, the godmother was actually Drew Barrymore. She was fantastic. And what they do is Embassy Cruises decided to change their branding to Time to Holiday. It was great. And what happened was, I know that they did a special video that featured Drew Barrymore talking about the new ship coming out. She's the godmother of the World America. And they mentioned as far as what's new on board the World Atlantic coming up 2027, but you can book it right now, so don't forget. The Viva La Musica going to make her debut, and it's going to be one of the more of the 30 restaurants and bars on board too. And the theme is going to be a vibrant new venue, which celebrates Latin culture with live music. There'll be dancing, high energy nightlife, and it'll take the place at Embassy World America's Fizz Champagne Bar, right? And then there's going to be cocktail bar, stage, and plenty of comfortable seats to enjoy the music too. So once again, that's called Viva La Musica. It's going to have a Latin type theme too, which is great too. Also, they're going to do is they're going to retrofit their clubhouse, which actually made its debut after it launches on the Embassy World America, World Asia, 2026 next year. The World Asia is coming out next year. And it's going to be a makeover of their America's Box Bar and Sportsplex too. Also, it's going to feature a Lego Family Zone, bumper cars, basketball, roller skating, classic table games, and more too, which is great too. And also, the World Atlantic is going to have actually 7 different districts, areas, and it's really, I think, a family-friendly ship too, which is great too. So that's fun too, because once again, how fun to have 2 new ships coming out. But once again, they just announced their new ship coming out 2027, and that is going to be the World Atlantic, and she's going to be sailing out of Port Galveston, which is great. And Port Galveston, as mentioned before, is a great place to sail out of. It's about an hour from Orlando, and people don't realize how big it is now, but actually I think it's the fastest growing port, period, okay, which is great too. It's a beautiful area. Sailed out there before, but once again, Port Galveston is really taking off like crazy in a good way too, and I think it's actually the fastest growing port too, with more ships sailing out of there too. So keep in mind too. Something fun too is also, oh, this is wonderful too, with their private out island, Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. That is MSC Cruises' private out island. It is beautiful. I got a chance to go back there again on the World America on a christening cruise. I was actually there in 2022 when they christened another ship there too. It's great too. Once again, it's a beautiful island. The beaches are beautiful, and as mentioned, they actually had done a sand cutting when I was there in 2021 or 22, no, 2021. They did a sand cutting for this ocean lab, okay? And when I was there this year in April, they did the ribbon cutting for the Ocean Conservation Center too. It was great too. But what they're doing now is they just announced some new family entertainment at Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. And it's in the Bahamas, of course. Their private island. A bit more about it too is the MSC family, which is MSC Group, which is family owned. They started out originally with their container shipping companies for years, then got into cruising with their MSC Cruises, and then they launched their Explorer Journeys of Luxury Cruise Line about 2 years ago. And they got their foundation nonprofit, but also what they did was they ran across this island, Bahamian area, and they leased that island from the Bahamian government for $100 million for 100 years. The island was trash. It was a former manufacturing plant that actually left. They had to tow away 1,500 tons of scrap metal. The trees were dead. The sea life was dead. Amazing. I can't believe what they had to do with it. They spent $400 million to really build the island back up together. They built trees. They started building coral reef trees too, but the beaches they cleaned up, it's gorgeous, amazing. And going back there again in April, for the christening of the MSC World America, actually it was actually official christening on April 9th, but going back there on the 10th, 11th was great too. But they're adding more experiences to it, it's great too. So what they're doing is they're going to be rolling out a variety of exciting new offerings at their private island, Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. And this is going to be starting in 2026. And they just announced this. What they're doing is their commitment to offering a really outstanding guest experience. New offerings for their private island in the Bahamas are going to provide families with great experiences too. As mentioned, Ocean Cay was actually a former industrial site. It really serves a really beautiful private island destination where guests can actually relax on the 8 pristine beaches, which is great, explore turquoise waters, and learn about MSC Cruises Foundation coral conservation efforts. On their new Marine Conservation Center, I saw it is beautiful, amazing what they're doing too. Also, what they do is they stay late night and overnight stays too, so it's great to so itineraries. But when I was there again this year, we stayed later at night, and what they did was they always do a white party, and you get off the ship, beautiful area you can go to. You have to wear white. They play music. It's great. So they stay later, which is great too. Sometimes overnight there too. It's great too, and it's very close to the U.S. because it's great. But also they've got what they're doing is they're introducing some new entertainment options on Ocean Cay starting in January 26th, which is just a month away, right? With offerings that really roll out their faces of different things too. And as far as the line of experiences, they mentioned some new ones. They mentioned wellness and sports programming, and professional coaches on MSC cruise ships will lead daily wellness and sports programs designed to really create an authentic beach retreat experience at Ocean Cay. From yoga to functional training sessions and popular sports, guests have the opportunity to really recharge themselves in one of the most beautiful, stunning places in the Caribbean. It really is stunning. It's beautiful. I don't want to leave. Seriously, I do want to leave. It's so gorgeous. And they got activities scheduled during the day. Also, offerings can be including a fire and ice challenge, right, with hot yoga, an ice bath. Also, sunrise yoga paired with sound healing meditation. Also, this is kind of fun too. I love this. It's called their Augmented Reality Treasure Hunt. Okay? So in line with Ocean Cay's commitment to the marine conservation, guests will be able to partake in an immersive education augmented reality treasure hunt designed for all ages. Guests can actually use their mobile devices and tablets to embark on a digital adventure, uncovering unique locations throughout the island through immersive storytelling, too. The app will lead players to wooden sculptures around Ocean Cay that can be scanned to trigger the AR storytelling function. Also, they've got each of these points form an educational treasure hunt too, which every location locating a specific ecological challenge, and it measures MSC Cruises taking to address it too. Also, children can actually learn about species native to the island, including fish, flora, and fauna. Okay. Also, they're doing a special Lego pop-up. Okay. And families can be welcomed to Ocean Cay with a vibrant Lego activation in the Welcome Pavilion. It's gorgeous. Okay. You walk right off the ship right there. Okay. It's going to feature 7 Lego mascots and beloved Embassy Cruises mascot. I think it's pronounced Dormy. Okay. And the pop-up provides really fun interactive experiences for children and their families to enjoy together too. So whether guests are really looking for maybe our Welcome to Ocean Cay with, vibrant Lego activation too, which is great too, and people can actually learn more about their conservation efforts too, which is great too. And also, like I mentioned, their new lineup of activities is going to really complement the existing features on the island, which includes snorkeling, pedal boating, to jet skiing, and also providing really immersive ways for guests to enjoy the private island. It's gorgeous too, and like I said, it's beautiful, just amazing. I mean, the ship I was on was beautiful, but I tell you what, it was just beautiful to spend some time at Ocean Cay Embassy Reserve back in April on the christening of the Embassy World of Anchor too. So, once again, with the Embassy Cruises, they've got their global cruise brand. They've got 23 modern ships that offer cruises sailing from 5 continents, and guests can visit more than 100 countries worldwide with more than 300 destinations, and just really, really great things too. Another example too, of course, is with MSC Cruises. They just started sailing out of Port Galveston, and I was there. It was amazing. I had a chance to fly down there, and I flew down to Houston first the night before, and then they took us down to Port Galveston. They just built a brand new cruise terminal, and I was there on November 7th. They did a special ribbon cutting for the new Port of Galveston terminal. It's beautiful because it's further out. Galveston is actually almost like a private island. It's really, really beautiful, and it's a brand new port. It took them 15 months to build this port with Port of Galveston too. They invested a lot of money, but it's gorgeous. They've got beautiful walkways with palm trees right there. Okay. Boarding ship was very, very easy. It was just great luxuries too. It was so great to see that too. And what they're doing is their ship, the MSC Seascape, which is just christened, arrived in 2022, is sailing now round trip from Port Galveston, doing Western Caribbean cruises, which is great too. And they also include, in their cruises, they include a stop at Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve too. It was great too. So once again, we're seeing a lot of ships that are really, really sailing out of Port Galveston. I mean, I know Carnival Cruise Line's been sailing out of Port Galveston for about 25 years. Okay. Where they dock is an older port, but this is a brand new port they just built in 15 months, and it cost $150 million. It's great too. They work with Port of Galveston, which is great too. So great to see that happen and be there. And we got to just be on the ship that day overnight. It was great too. Disembarked on Saturday, November 8th, and then November 9th is when the MSC Seascape did her first sailing out, which is great too. So just wonderful too. As far as some other things too, as mentioned, they got a new ship coming out. I mentioned the World Atlantic in 2027 coming out. Port Canaveral. A couple things is mentioned too. I think I mentioned they got their Viva La Musica, which is going to make a debut as one of their 30 restaurants and bars on board too. So fun too. So once again too, it's great too. And also, as far as ships coming out, we got a lot of ships coming out too this next year. including river ships, also ocean cruise lines too, which is great. And also, as far as new ships coming out, as far as ocean ships, let me cover that first too. We've got dozens of new cruise ships coming out in next year, 2026. So once again, there's no shortage of opportunities to really think about where you want to go and what we do too, as far as we want to sail too. As far as ocean ships, they include, of course, Disney Cruise Line's new Disney Adventure. It's going to debut in March of 2026. Year-round offering from Singapore. So definitely think about that too. I mean, when we think about Disney, we think about the ties with Disney, well, Disney World, but also Disney Cruises is phenomenal too. But this is their ship going to be sailing from Singapore too. And they're going to be offering unique 3 and 4 day cruises to nowhere. Also, it's got a vast amount of different family attractions, including feature themes related to Pixar. Marvel featuring Disney's first ever Iron Man roller coaster at sea. First ever Iron Man roller coaster at sea, and more. And it's going to be departing actually next March 2026, out of Singapore. So it's going to be Disney Adventure. Okay, so you want to take adventure? Well, think about Disney Adventure, sailing out of Singapore. Another one is actually Explore Journeys. Explore Journeys is a luxury cruise line, and they're expanding their fleet of ships from 2 ships to 3 ships now. Explorer 1 and 2 are already out. Explorer 3 comes out next summer, and it's the line's first liquefied natural gas powered vessel, which will carry most of the previous designs forward too. However, they mentioned the cabin count increases from 461 to 463 categories, and like I said, they're doing. I think they're making 20% of their inventory upper tier ocean penthouses, and also their ocean residents too, which is great too. Once again, that's what they do is they bring the ocean life to sea. That's Explore Journeys. Okay, of course we've got Embassy Cruises coming up, and they've got their Embassy World America sails out in December next year. Okay, it's their 3rd world-class vessel, following the Embassy World Europa and also the World America. And what they're doing too is the World Asia is going to deploy first in Mediterranean, and then compared to her sister ships, it's going to be also including their Embassy Yacht, which is their ship within the ship concept, which is the largest. Their ship with the ship concept is gorgeous. But the Embassy Yacht Club, they created at least 10 years ago, 11 years ago at least. And what you do is you pay more, but you have your own private butler service. Your key card access this private whole area. Okay? And with the Embassy Yacht Club, I stayed in the Embassy Yacht Club when I was on the Embassy Seascape back in November for overnight. It was great too. I've sailed on before too. But anyway, what they do is they've got own private restaurant, private pool area, which is great. You've got own private lounge, private pool areas. It's beautiful. You have expanded staterooms are gorgeous. Your own private butler service, which is great too. It's gorgeous too, and you still have access to the rest of the ship too. Plus, you have VIP treatment when you go to the other shows and with the rest of the ship too. You can still dine at the other dining rooms, but I'll tell you what, the cuisine in their special restaurants on board are gorgeous too. It's amazing too. But Embassy Cruises is going to have the World Asia sailing out in December next year, and that's great too. So keep in mind too. Another one coming out too is Norwegian Cruise Line. Yes, they're going to be having their another Prima class ship coming out next year, the Norwegian Luna. It's going to be a 10% bigger version of their preceding Norwegian Prima and Norwegian Viva. It's going to feature their line's exclusive Aqua slide coaster. It's a hybrid water slide roller coaster, and then new to the Haven signature ship with a ship enclave. That's their special ship with the ship concept. They've got a 3-bedroom duplex Haven suites. Also, additionally, they've got some fun too as far as entertainment shows. They've got Rocket Man, a celebration of Elton John. It's going to be one of the ship's 2 ship-specific headlining shows too. That's really fun too. So great too. And also Regent Seven Seas, which is a luxury cruise line too. And what they're doing is their namesake Seven Sea Prestige is set to come online, I think, December 2026. And it's their new luxury ship in 10 years. Okay, it's going to be, as far as the size, it's going to accommodate just 850 guests. They're luxury, of course, too, and it's going to promote one of the highest passenger to space ratios in the industry. It's fully inclusive and will extend to 7 specialty restaurants too, 11 dining experiences, including their also reserved for mixed Mediterranean flavors. And of course, the ship will be having new suite categories as a dual level loft varies too. Viking Cruise Line is actually going to be launching. This is amazing. How many ships? Viking's going to actually launch a total of 10 new ships by the end of 2026. 10 new ships, okay? Including 2 more seagoing ships. They got their Viking Mira, going to be sailing spring of 2026. And then the Viking Libra will be later in the year too. And the Mira's maiden season is going to be in the Mediterranean, Northern Europe. And Libra is going to be holding a distinction of really being the first hydrogen-powered cruise ship employing fuel cell technology. And like Viking Vista and then the Viking Vela before them, these new ships will be slightly larger, they can accommodate 998 guests, whereas their Viking Vesta and also Viking Vela, which are already out, accommodate 930 passenger guests too. Also, something kind of interesting too is, this came up, I've not heard of this one, but Antarctica 21, okay? What they've got is, this is really going into expedition ships. This is kind of a fun thing, because once again too is, people ask me, okay, Cindy, what's the best cruise line to take too? I just had that happen too this past weekend of it. But anyways, there are so many ships out there too. You've got so many choices. So once again, it kind of depends on where you want to go, what you want to see, the size of the ship. There's so many options out there too. Before, ocean cruising took over, right, which is great too. And it's grown like crazy, which is great too. You've got smaller ships, luxury ships. You've got expedition ships, which is great too. And also, one is Antarctica 21. This is, I think, a brand new expedition ship company too. And what they're doing is they've got a new build emerging in November 2026. What they're doing is it's going to be skipping the Drake Passage, and is considered to be the first hybrid electric polar cruise ship ever constructed in the Americas. And the Magellan Discoverer will be a sister ship to the 2019 launched Magellan Explorer, which is great too. Also got Windstar Cruises. This is great too. Windstar Cruises is a fantastic company too. And okay, let's go back to the other ships that offer river cruises too. Just other ships too. We've got new ships coming out too. We've got American Cruise Lines. Okay, they've got more ships coming out too, and they actually offer smaller ships. Okay, they've got the American Maverick and the American Ranger coming out in June and September next year. Also, both have a maximum of 130 guests to the New England region, and also far south at the Florida Gulf Coast, thanks to their ship's deeper drafts too, which is great too. Amenities on board will extend to all balcony accommodations and multiple dining venues too. And also, Emerald Cruises and Tours has really successfully expanded its fleet to riverboats too. And as mentioned too, encompass mega yachts too, which is great because the Emerald Azura and also Sakara in 2022 and 2023 when 2 of the ships they launched. And then in April next year, the Emerald Kaya, I think it's Kaya maybe, will be taking seas too. And with their Emerald, I think it's pronounced Kaya, or Kaya, it accommodates just 128 guests. It's going to be slightly larger than their 100 guests Azura and Sakara, but it's really very, very intimate too. And the staterooms and the suites actually measure between 310 and 1,407 square feet too. And 88% of these will be offering verandas too, which is great too. And they're accommodating visitors to the Mediterranean during their maiden season too. Also, this is kind of fun too. 4 Seasons yachts, okay? It's really, really some good things they're doing too, and it was delayed a little bit too. Once again, their new ship coming out, it's the first one, is the 4 Seasons one. It's not going to be debut in March this next year, 2026. And what's great too is they're mixing up different things with distinct pricing per suite rather than per guest, which is great too. They also have a la carte guests for most dining and beverages too, and they're really positioning it closer to the company's shoreside experience too. And what they're doing is, I think what's kind of fun too is with their ship, they actually have a very famous captain who's going to be actually the captain of their new ship, Captain Kate McHugh. She formerly had been with Celebrity Cruises for 10 years and then left, and she's going to be master of the yacht, and is going to be overseeing having 11 different restaurants and bars, a dual transfers marina, expansive pool deck, and more. So it's kind of fun that Four Seasons 1 is going to be sailing out in March next year to the 26th, and they're able to pull in Kate McHugh to be captain of their ship too, which is great too. One of the things good too is we've got Orient Express sailing yachts too. They're actually joining the cruise industry for the first time. So Orient Express is expanding its portfolio of trains and hotels with Orient Express sailing yachts too. They're going to be scheduled to really unveil in summer 2026. And their initial Orient Express Corinthian is going to have its maiden season in the Mediterranean follow to the Caribbean. And all-inclusive course. It's going to be actually, it promises to be the world's largest sailing yacht and also feature La Table de l'Orient Express by Michelin star chef Yannick. I think it's pronounced Alino, managing its 5 restaurants on board, plus 8 bars and 2 pools, a marina, also luxury adventures too. Also, another kind of fun expedition cruise line. It's unknown. It's called Sealer, okay, or Seller. They're unknown, but they're having a new ship coming out. Captain Arctic ship is going to be making waves. Entering service November 2026. It's a special 36-passenger wind and solar-powered sailing vessel too. It's going to be targeting destinations of Svalbard, broader Norway, and Greenland too. And the low impact line is primarily French, but it really is planning several English-speaking sailings too, and that's great too. So once again, it's called Captain Arctic. It's a Captain Arctic ship. It's pronounced, the company cruise line is actually an expedition cruise line starting out Seller. Selar. We got other things too. Of course, we got Windstar Cruises, mentioned before. They've got 2026. They've got adding to their fleet of small ships. They're going to christen the Star Seeker in January, which is just a month away, and it's going to be their new Star Class brand. Okay, and it measures smaller than their other Star Plus ships, which carry 312 guests to only 224 guests too. The Star Seeker is going to be offering many of the same signature features too, including a water sports platform, world spa, as well as special fine dining options too, including the M4 restaurant and the Star Grill too. And actually, what they did too was they mentioned they've got a as far as the Star Seeker coming out in January, they just announced the Godmother, okay? And the Godmother is going to be, they just announced, it's really fun too, this came up just the past couple of days. Windsor Cruises is named Libby, I think it's Anne Schultz, Godmother of Star Seeker. And once again, this is a purpose-built yacht, which really provides a new era of all-suite cruising. And I guess the christening voyage is already sold out too. And there's a personal, I think, family connection with them too. So once again, Windsor Cruises is launching the Star Seeker in this next year, January. And once again, as far as the Godmother is just it's a maritime tradition, a symbolic gesture meant to have good fortune and good protection and also smooth sailings for the vessel and also travel aboard too. And like I said, they just announced that Libby Anne Schultz is going to be the Godmother for the Star Seeker. And she's actually the daughter of Windstar's owner, Phil Schultz, which is great too. That's kind of fun too, how they've done that too. So once again, as far as the ship, of course, too, it's being built right now. But what's fun too is Libby Ann Schultz and also Windstar Cruises president Christopher Prela actually toured the shipyard in November to see the ship too firsthand. Great too. So once again, it's not fun. They're having some fun things to do there too. So that's coming out, of course, in January. And the gum of the course who will actually bless the ship, christen the ship, is going to be actually Libby Ann Schultz. Okay. I've got some other ships actually being redesigned too. That's kind of fun too. They've got another ship coming out too. Ships are redesigned. Let me correct it that way. Ships being redesigned. Okay, we've got under the Padat Explorations Group, umbrella brands. They've got Aqua Expeditions is preparing for the arrival of the Aqua Laris. And while that it's not a new build, but it's actually been redesigned. Expedition ship is going to be actually marking the line's 6th vessel when it begins cruising East Africa and Seychelles. Also, Zanzibar and Tanzania in February 2026. It actually has accommodations that actually comprise 12 luxury suites and 3 twin cabins, in addition to a sun deck with bar, lounge, cinema, boutique, gym, salon, and also spa, of course, indoor and outdoor dining too. And another one coming out too is Windstar Cruises too. Following the launch of the new build, the Star Seeker. Windstar Cruises is actually going to be doing some their refigured Star Explorer in December 2026. Okay, the vessel actually was planned for the Atlantic Atlas Ocean voyages. They transferred it to been transferred and designed to become a matching sister ship. Okay, which is great too. And of course, in addition to the James Beard Cuisine. At M4 and also the Star Bar and Grill too. It's the second class in the Star class, and the Explorer will only accommodate 224 guests per se, and that's Windstar Cruises too, which is great too. So once again, new ships coming out, one's being redone, and of course, as far as some new river cruise line ships coming out too, we've got a couple new ones coming out. One I didn't mention was AMA Waterways. They have been around for close to 24 years now. What they're doing is they've got new riverboats debuting in 2026. The Ama Sophia is going to be debuting in Rhine in March, followed by the Danube, and then the Ama Maya is going to be on the Mekong in August next year. And the Ama Sophia, which is custom designed luxury riverboat with twin balcony staterooms, will first embark on a 7-night itinerary too, and the Ama Maya will actually join the existing Adara in Vietnam and also Cambodia on week-long sailings too, so that's fun too. Also with another one, I didn't mention this, but American Cruise Lines, besides their new Patriot class ships, which I mentioned, they're anticipating a new American Encore riverboat sailing the Columbia and Snake Rivers in May 2026. And this is going to mark the company's 7th in the American Riverboat series with the introduction of their newest and largest stateroom, the Signature Suite. Signature Suite actually is 1,010 square feet, features 180-degree vistas, a wraparound balcony and living room areas separate from the bedroom too. Also, we've got Amadeus. Okay, Amadeus is continue to make more inroads, of course, when it comes to North America market too. It's Austria-based, but the Amadeus River Cruises is going to launch a new 158 guest Amadeus Aurora. I think it's pronounced Aurora May next year too, and it's going to debut on the Rhine and Danube rivers. Okay, and it's going to be using advanced hybrid propulsion systems, also high performance battery power too. Going to be featuring 12 different balcony suites, 67 staterooms, and the most will highlight a drop down panoramic windows too, which is great too. So that's great too. Another one we got going on too is Riviera Travel. Okay, what they're doing is they changed the name. They rebranded it from Riviera Cruises to Riviera Travel. And what they're doing is They're stretching from the United Kingdom base routes to really appeal to the North American travelers too. And their new Riviera Resplendence is going to launch in 2026. It's 170 guests. Riverboat will have more than 80% of its staterooms and suites outfitted with the floor-to-ceiling French balconies. It's going to feature the line's Hallmark split-level lounge as well as a main restaurant, traditional specialty restaurant too. We've got another one too. Is we've got the Talc. Okay, Talc is going to debut its MSC Lumiere on the Rhone and also their MS Serene on the Seine River in 2026, and the MS Lumiere be carrying 130 guests, while the MS Serene is going to come in 104 guests too. They're going to be offering spacious suites too, also swimming pool on the sun deck, and a retreat wellness, and also a juice bar, which is great too. And they've got bonus alfresco dining too, which is great too. Another one's actually unique. Is called Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. They're expanding their super ship series too. They've got their Uniworld Boutique River Cruises going to be launching their SS. I think it's pronounced Emily on the Danube on March of 2026. And then they've got great too. Their vessel is really an inspiration from the Austrian painter Gustav Klimt, I believe is pronounced his name, and also be named after his life partner and muse, Emily Florge, as well as a display of their Nouveau aesthetic too. And once again too, that's going to be coming out this next year too. So that's great too. And as mentioned, another one's kind of fun too is Viva Cruises. Okay, been checking them out a little bit too because I had not heard of them, but I've heard of them now at different conferences too. But anyway, it's a charter specialist. Their Viva Cruise River Cruise line is expanding in 2026 with the Viva Beyond for May of 2026. It's a renovated vessel that's going to be launching the company's premium all-inclusive Viva Boutique sub-brand, offering more suites. There'll be altogether going to be 12 suites, 4 junior suites, and 10 master suites with 3 restaurants, a sun deck, spa pool, a fitness equipment, and wellness offerings on board too. So Viva Cruises, I think, is more of a chartered specialist too. So keep in mind too, because once again, a lot of new ships coming out. River Cruise Lines ships coming out too, which is great. Also, new regular ocean cruise line ships coming out. What the cruise line is doing too, and also as mentioned, I mentioned before too. Once again, but the cruise industry in general, what they're doing is they have a deadline. They want to be emission free by 2050, and they're already doing their special things. Power, they can actually charge up their ships on the power, which is great. Also going to liquefied natural gas. Once again, it's just great they're doing too, because once again, they're really focusing on the net zero emissions too, which is great too. But once again, a lot of ships coming out. Great choices as far as godmothers. Okay. And once again, it's just fun what they're doing too. Because once again, we're seeing a lot of ships actually sailing out of Port Canaveral, which is actually but away from Orlando. It's an easy place to get to too, so it's great because once again, new options out there like crazy, new ships, ships that are being renovated, also ones you've not heard of before too, so it's great too. But it's great because new ships are coming out like crazy, which is great. Also, as mentioned, I mentioned new ships coming out 26, but once again, like what, a month away from 2026 anyway, which is great too. So keep in mind too, it's a great option to think about too, as far as other ships too, because once again, there's so many choices out there too. So we just had 4 new ships that were actually just christened earlier in the past 2 months, which is great too. Of course, we had the Star Princess, which came out, and we had the the Oceania Allura, and also we had the Silver Cruise Line ship too, and just great options as far as new ships coming out, and just exciting because once again, got so many choices out there too. Also, as mentioned too, is one highlight I love too is cruise lines actually started creating their own private islands, and the first one that did it was actually Norwegian Cruise Line. They actually were the first cruise line to actually have their own private outlet. It's called Ocean. It's actually called Great Stirrup Cay, and it's gone there, as I should say, a couple years ago. But it's a beautiful island, and their ships still have to anchor off. What they're doing right now is they're building a dock for the ships to dock right there, which is great. That should be coming out maybe the next year or two. I don't know, but it's great because once again, Celebration Key is another example. That's Carnival Cruise Line's new private island, which opened up earlier this year. Of course, MSC Cruises Ocean Cay. Royal Caribbean's got Perfect Day Coco Cay, but there are beautiful outlets to go to too. What's great too is there are people there, just people on your ship, okay, which is great too. And usually the ships dock right there. In the case of Norwegian Cruise Line with Great Stirrup Cay, they're actually building a dock right there. Should be opening up next year, so keep in mind too, because once again, I mean, there's so much you want a cruise ship too, and also the ports are beautiful once again too. Sometimes it's just kind of great to really kind of embrace the ocean, enjoy things there too. Options like crazy, which is great too. So it's really fun what they're doing as far as the cruise lines having their own private islands too. And also, what's fun too is when the cruise lines first came back after went through COVID-19, what they did was they have safety things they put into place too first. Okay, what they did too is a lot of cruise lines first started backing into cruising. They focused on maybe going to their private outline first too, which is great too. You had protocols as far as making sure you had that COVID-19 vaccination. When you board the ship, you had to stay 6 feet apart, whatever. But different things like that too. But it's great what they've done too over the decades because they learned so much too. So once again, if you think about taking a cruise in 2026, you've got so many options out there too. New ships, ones being renovated. Also, river cruising, different places, which is great. Not just in Europe, but also Egypt, which is great too. Also, once again, too, with Waterways, they actually started sailing on the Magdalena River in South America this year. They've got their two ships now sailing there too, which is great too. Now that we've mentioned the American Cruise Lines is doing that too. Once again, so many options out there too. Choices. I mean, you can sail to Bermuda, which is gorgeous. Okay, you can sail on the Caribbean islands too, from Miami, Port Everglades, Port Canaveral. Galveston is a growing port in Texas, which is great. Also, Alaska cruises are wonderful. You can sail out of Seattle or also go into Canada, which is great too. And of course, you've got options as far as expedition type of cruising too, and different places to go to too. So once again, just think about that too. So many options out there too. And once again, they keep moving forward on different things because there's so many options there too. Because once again too, is when the cruise industry first started, they pretty much were trying to start a new option as far as cruises. Because originally, when people started taking cruises years ago, it was simply transportation to get across the ocean. Okay, which is great too. And but now they've done so many different things too. It's not just ocean cruising. You can still do ocean cruising, of course, too. Cruise Line does a great job of that too. Other cruise lines do that too, but you've got cruises in the Caribbean, South America, Egypt, the Nile River, over in Europe on the beautiful lakes, the Danube River, whatever too, and also Alaska's gorgeous, but different options out there too, and also to different places too. So we'll close out too, of course, with some fun things that you got on board a ship. That's with Royal Caribbean. Having a special officer on board their ships. They've got a new ship coming out next year. I don't know if she's going to have a chief dog officer yet, but she might have one next year. I don't know, but I'll find out later too. But great options out there too, which are really, really exciting too. So keep it in mind too. Another good example of Good Ship Happens because there's so many choices out there too. Options, bigger ships, smaller ships. If you want ones for adults only, you've got ones that are really family oriented, which is great too. Also, you've got river cruising. And river cruising in Europe is one that started a long time ago. It's great because, once again, it's easier, I think, to really sail on a river cruise line to see Europe rather than to maybe try and do a tour, hotel tour. We have to hop around different hotels, too. Also, with South America, the Arctic area, too. And seasonal areas like Alaska, too, which is gorgeous, too. So, yes. I'll share more in my next episode, Good Ship Happens, of course, too. It's good to share all the good news, too, coming out like crazy, which is great, too.
As we're designing the best family vacation, there was one piece that was missing, which is, of course, the family dogs. And when guests go on vacation, one of the key things that they miss are their pets back home. And when our crew are sailing on board for their contracts, one of the things they miss are their pets back at home. And so we really wanted to make sure we brought a fluffy addition to our crew family. We went and got Rover, and here we are now for Star. We're picking up Sailor, and Sailor will be living on Star of the Seas.
Well, the Chief Dog Officer was an idea that we created actually when we were developing and concepting the Ultimate Family Townhouse. We were all sitting around saying, when you think about the Ultimate Family Townhouse, what does that mean? And all these ideas came around, and somebody threw out the idea of having a family dog. And we said, well, it feels a little selfish to have a family dog for just one family. Why don't we have a family dog for the family on board the ship? And so that's how the position evolved, and we thought, well, obviously it's a very important position, and of course all important positions on ships are called chief, so we thought Chief Dog Officer is perfect.
When we first came up with the idea for Project Rover or Project Sailor, we realized we don't really know a lot about what it means to take care of a dog on a cruise ship. And so we partnered with some of the most well-respected animal well-being certifiers globally to really help us create this program from the ground up and make sure that when Rover and Sailor are on board, they're having the best day every day.
So there's a very well-written, crafted position description that, of course, the Chief Dog Officer can't read. The key mission is to have fun, and that's exactly what Rover and Sailor do. They just have fun.
So Sailor is very small. She's about 16 weeks. And so when Sailor gets on board, she's going to take everyone's breath away. Sailor's life on Star will be full of adventure. She and her Chief Dog Officer role really means that she gets to go and explore the ship, go and explore our private destinations with our crew members, really just being that warm, welcoming family for her.
I just totally fell in love with Sailor. I fell in love with Rover as well, but I also fell in love with Sailor. She's so beautiful and loving and funny, and so I just completely fell in love. When we were thinking about what will the crew think? Will the crew like the idea or not? And so one of the team members had a golden retriever and volunteered to bring the golden retriever down to one of our ships on a turnaround day. And we fitted the dog with a GoPro camera. It was very touching because when we watched the video, so many crew stopped and hugged the dog and talked to the dog. When we saw that, we thought, wow, this is amazing. People miss their own family dogs.
And as we've done with Rover, as we're doing with Sailor, we really want to make sure we're focused on what's best for these animals. And really right now our focus is on Sailor and making sure that she is having the best life at sea when she gets on Star of the Seas in August.